Hi, Tammy Dykstra here, otherwise known as Lady Faylene from Lady Faylene's Fantastical Faces. I work at Maine Ren this year, if they have it, Massachusetts Ren Fair, New Hampshire Ren Fair, and occasionally the Midsummer Fantasy Fair down in Connecticut, or Midsummer Magic Renaissance Fair. I've had a couple of requests to do maybe a design or two so that you can have some fun at home. First thing I want to tell you is, as you all probably know, quality has better results. Now you can use the lousy paints that come at Walmart, but you're not going to get the results I'm going to get here. My biggest suggestion is that you, at this point, order online or go to Michael's and you can get the brand Snazaroo. For about $20, you can get a small face painting kit, which again, it's not the best face paint, but it'll give you much better results. Now Liam, this is Liam, wanted to be painted as
a blue cat.
A blue cat. So we're going to try and do a simple blue cat today that you should be able to handle at home. Now the first thing is we've got to get this hair out of the way so that we have room. And the other thing you can get at Michael's are these little sponges, something similar to this. That'll be good for you. If not, you can use a brush. It's just a little more difficult. So we're going to use this brush. I'm going to use two of this size brush because I'm going to use one for white and one for black. You don't have to do that. It's just something that I do to keep my brushes cleaner. And I should be using this brush. These are, again, some of them are cheap brushes you can use. Some of them are much more expensive. I think these are like $6 or $7 a piece. You can just use the brushes you can find at Walmart for at home.
Are they nylon or are they natural?
These are nylon for the most part. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to wet this sponge, and you're going to squeeze out as much water as possible. You want it wet and damp, but you don't want it soaking or else your paint's going to run. And then you're going to take whatever white you have, and you're just going to get a good amount on there. Yeah, I need some more white. All right, sit down, Liam. And then for this design, we're going to sponge right in the middle, down his nose.
Look up, baby boy. Look up, baby boy.
We're going to do right down his chin. There we go. And we're going to go over his eyelids if he lets you. If your child won't let you, then you can obviously not go over the eyelids. I'm going to get a little more water on my sponge and a little more white.
Look up,
He's really pale, so the white doesn't really show up as well as it should. Then I'm going to take and I'm going to do a little ear, little triangle right there. And they don't have to be perfect. And a little ear right there. Okay, we'll go over that a little bit more. Then, using the other side of the sponge, I'm going to wet it again just to make sure it's wet enough. We're going to use a blue. Now, I'm using a metallic blue, which you can get, but you can use any color. I do not suggest using black. I have a lot of requests for black cats. The problem with black cats is it's black and it's hard to blend anything. If you're going to do that, you want to try to convince them to either do black and white or at least do a dark, a gray that has black on the edges. All right, little one. So I'm going to take this blue, and the first thing I'm going to do...
Move your arm, honey.
I got to try to do this right-handed. Is we're going to make a little line up here. Oh, we went a little bit more than we had to, but that's okay. Okay, make sure you leave some of that white and a little line here. And we're going to do just a little bit around here. And then we're going to come under his eye and just sponge out a little. I'm amazed he's letting me do this, actually. And then we're going to do, look up, right under here. Like I said, this is a quick and dirty one.
Don't you have one of those hair things that you can put on his head?
Yeah, but we'll be all right for this. All right, so there's the basic sponge out. Now it's all your brush work. Now, if you really want, you can take this brush and you can go in and clean up some of that a little bit. Like I'm just gonna pull this down a little bit. This is a dry brush. You can get it damp if you want, and I'm just doing that to blend it a little bit because he's very particular and he really wants this blended. There's another sponge that you can get that you have to go to a specialty store for. It's called a petal sponge. Let's see if I have one. That makes this design super, super quick. It looks like this. And doing this, you can see if you do it this way, it's an ear shape. So ear, down for the head, and then under the cheek, and it makes this really quick. That's what I do when I'm doing at festivals. All right. Let's see, what do we got here? We want to bring a little bit of blue here. Now, like I said, this looks really, really messy, but I'm going very fast. I'm trying to keep it simple for you. All right, now, there's two ways to do this. I'm going to do it the way we do it in the field. I'm not going to do it the way we do it in the field. When I'm in the field, I would use a spray bottle and spray my paint. But we want you to do this simply, so you can do it this way. These are all water-based paints. They all activate with water. So I'm going to take my brush, I'm going to dip it in the water, and I'm just going to take off the excess. Okay? And then I'm going to go into my black. And just fill up the brush just like you would with any solid paint. Cats are getting into something in the background. So I have a good amount of paint on my brush. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to try and get on the other side so I'm not in the way. Is that better? So we just want to make little lines, outline the ears, just like that. And then we're going to go like that. I'm going to dip here and get a little more paint because I didn't make it wet enough. And then I like to do a real quick curly Q and a quick curly Q and a quick curly Q. Then, again, it depends on whether your child will let you do it. Try to go under the brow bone and make this little swish. Now, you ladies who do mascara and cats and stuff like that, this is going to be easier. And just go here. If you really have a child who lets you, you can go underneath, but I'm not going to do this with him. And up like that, and there. Then, this is the magic. Ready? So this is a striped cat because Liam wanted a striped cat. We're going to make a little line here. We're just going to make some little fur marks, basically, here. Okay. And then you're going to bring this down here, a line there. We're going to paint his nose black. And we're going to come here and do these little lines here. You open your eyes for me. The other thing I like to do with the ears is, I know a lot of cats, they have little hairs coming out of their eyes, and I just like to put that in there because I think it looks cute. Meow. And the last thing we're going to do is just the little dots here. Just a few. Now, if you want, you can paint the lips. Okay, so I'm done with this. I'm going to wash it out. And then the last thing I'm going to do is the whiskers. Now, a lot of people do black whiskers. I think they look horrible. I'm just going to come over here, get my white. I like to do the whiskers in white. I think they look better. let's see. And the last thing you want to do is you want to just bring down a little dagger type here for some teeth. You don't have to do this on a cat. This is more what I would do on like a cougar or a leopard or tiger. All right, you ready to see it? Do you want some glitter?
Nah.
No? Okay. That's okay because most of these people aren't going to have glitter. If you have a little girl, or I have a lot of little boys who do it, you can have glitter. So what we're going to do now is we're going to show Liam what his face looks like. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Can you say meow?
Meow.
Meow. So this is a quick and simple cat design. I hope you like it. Try it. And let me know what you think.